reality of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. Do me a favor, y'all. Come on in, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. What is up, my friends? Boy, have I missed you. All right, so we have 60 people here in chat. Hopefully, y'all keep rolling in. Today, we're talking about, well, first of all, quadruple homicide suspect was spotted. So that's the breaking news. Many people say that this monster, Austin Drummond, was cornered. So anywhere that you go on right now, if you go on to a live stream, it's going to show breaking news. Suspect is in the corner. They've cornered him. They've got him. That's not the case at all. All right. Now I said breaking manhunt, quadruple homicide suspect was spotted. We're going to go over that today. Lots of police activity and updates. Now, I tagged Shanitra Speaks in this, so later on we're going to use some of those clips where she has exclusive interviews with, or the people, she cut up the people talking. This case is wild. This case is super weird and crazy, Mama Mids, but you know what? Here's the wild thing about it is when we're watching a manhunt before our very eyes spreading in, Tennessee and the whole nation's watching a manhunt, right? Everything just keeps on. Yeah, Shanitra is definitely on it. Love her. Always give her credit. All you guys go sign up afterwards. We'll drop her link. She's also in the description. Thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Best place for a great family. Thank you so much. Disco, I know that there's a few name changes in here, but bear with YouTube because they want to make sure that our accounts aren't being cloned. That's why the handles come out like that. So what's up, Sadie's Mama 1, member for 16 months. That's as long as you could be a member here. So thank you, my love. Good to see you guys. Come on in. Boy, have I missed you. I've missed you all. Okay, so as we're covering this episode, guys, stay in tune here because we might actually get some breaking news that he is caught. Now, I do watch Dolly Vision a lot and I love him, and he knows he's the hype, he's the gossip, he's the man. He does true crime, but he also does a little bit of drama, a little bit of gossip. He has not been caught. I've been checking every channel all day long, scanners, news stations, press conference, everything you could think of. This guy is not caught. That guy right there took the lives of these 4 people. Now, these are the victims here, guys, but think about this. The baby that was, look, we'll just say baby Wilson, all right? Baby James, I'm sorry, baby, one of those guys, either Braden or I'm sorry, James Matthew Wilson and Adriana Williams. That baby is also a victim, and we didn't even put that in there. All right, so let me just quickly go over this, and then we'll keep going. Come on in. How you guys doing? Yeah, so as I love Dolly, and I love all the other channels that say he's backed in the corner, but that is not the case, and I'm going to tell you what is actually happening, and then maybe there'll be some breaking news as we continue going over this. Maybe he will be caught, but that is not true right now. Thank you, Gene P. I love you too. Good to be back. Love, love, love you guys. I've missed the heck out of you. So come on in, hit that like button, subscribe. What's up? I know your guys' hope to get my membership back. Yes, if you guys have the means, it is August 4th. It's a whole new month, baby. It's Leo season for the August Leos and for the Virgos. So happy Leo and Virgo season. I'm going to do a quick recap of all this in case you guys don't know anything about this case. It's a lot, guys. Look at these people that were also, these 4 individuals have been arrested in connection to the quadruple murder case. As in the following: Tanaka Brown, tampering with evidence and accessory after the fact to first degree M. Giovanni Thomas, accessory after the fact to first degree M. This sounds like what Jen Soto should be charged with. All right. Then we got Daria Sanders, hopefully I'm saying that right. We'll listen a little bit. Again, accessory. Brandon Powell, possession of schedule drugs and criminal conspiracy. We're going to go over all of this today since I have not covered this with you yet, only in my head. So I'm going to get everything out of my head onto you guys today, and just good to see you. I appreciate all the best channel ever. I'll take that. And hopefully we can continue growing as the best channel and the best mods and the best crime crew. All right. We know Ruggs were involved. D-Ruggs, arrest Jen Soto. It's all about that. We need justice for Maddie, and that won't happen until Jen Soto is arrested. In the meantime, let's look at what we have here. Let's start with this. Austin Drummond is wanted, and boy, does he have quite a record. So as much as a lot of things are gang related, it's not all gang related. And I'm definitely going to go over what the victims and the siblings and the people and every connection that I can get together for you will happen right now, today. And then we'll get to all the updates in the case. And I want to tie this all together for you because, as you know, and as I've been watching, every single day something pops up and I say, wait a minute, I need to find out the entire picture so I can move forward with the manhunt when he gets caught, because it's just all coming together. So let's do that. Clark, missed you, loved you, love all you guys. You guys don't know who everyone is, but I'm about to explain it to you. And then we're going to just get through the whole thing, and hopefully we'll be here to see this monster get caught. Right now, you guys know I've been gone for quite some time. So first of all, I want to thank Kristen Quintana for becoming a member. Love you so much. That helps to support the channel. All right. Yeah, man, drones, phones, sweet. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Disco, DMS, you're absolutely right. We're going to go over all that today. I value your input in chat. So keep on talking amongst each other. Be respectful, agree to disagree. But hey, we're here for it. We're all for the conversation. Graciela, good to see you, my friend. Freezing? Wow, that's crazy. I hope you're doing okay. Indy, love you. And Brighton, Synth, member for 13 months, and the best crime crew mod. All right. All you guys are the best crime crew mod. Shout out to Tiff, Foxy Amazon, Carly, and who am I missing here? I already said Tiff, Synth, but you're on the screen right now. So in honor of my mother, red rummed by my father 35 years ago today, Rosalia Margarita Diaz Zelaya Capri. All right. Thank you for being a member, and prayers to you and your family and your mom. Mama Sage says, I'm ready, Jay. Stop talking. Or actually talk some more, but tell us about what happened. Okay, I'll shut up. All right, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All you got to do is hit that like button, subscribe, get some memberships, and share them, and I'll keep talking, baby. All right. I appreciate you guys. It's all fun, right? It's all fun, and then we get serious. So let me just quickly go over this. July 29th, 2025. That was only 5 days ago. An abandoned 7-month-old infant, we'll just call a baby. What are we going to call the baby? They didn't say her name in here. I know it, but victim. We're just going to call it right now the 7-month-old infant. And she is a victim. That baby is a victim. I don't know why it wasn't included in here, but July 29th, 2025, 5 days ago, an abandoned 7-month-old infant was found in a car seat on a random front yard in Dyer County, Tennessee, guys, setting off a frantic search for her family. Hours later, 4 of her relatives were discovered red rummed in a wooden area in neighboring Lake County. Authorities quickly identified that monster on the screen, Austin Robert Drummond, 28 years old. He is the prime suspect. We do know others have been arrested as an accessory. All right. But he did pull off a quadruple homicide, which is now a statewide manhunt. Now we're going to go over the victims. All right. So good to see you guys. Thank you for, I know you guys have probably seen all the beginning foundation, but thank you for being here because we're just moving right into what's happening now. We want justice for baby, infant baby victim. I don't know what to call the baby right now, but she is a victim too. James Matthew Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, Braden Williams. This is another quadruple homicide. We just finished with one, and we finished with one that is Brian Koberger or BK. He just slaughtered 4 students, and it was worse than we thought. All right. They have charged him with kidnapping the baby. I believe she is a victim. Baby Miracle. Let's call her Baby Miracle. Let's call her Baby Lucky. Lucky. She will forever be a victim of this crime without her parents and 4 people being brutally, their lives brutally coming to an end because of this. So, yes, trigger warning always. All right. Okay. So, listen, the suspect that we're looking for right now, Austin Robert Drummond, is accused of lurking, kidnapping, and red rumming his relatives before abandoning the infant. Now, he's 28 years old. He's 5'10", 190 pounds, blue eyes, brown hair, goatee. You guys know this guy's a piece of garbage, all right? He had the opportunity to rehabilitate. He was in prison. He did what? They gave him 16 years for a robbery, which we have the robbery. There's some really shady connections here, okay? And BK got a deal. Is this guy going to get a deal? Are they going to catch him alive? What's going to happen? What's up, Ashton Lee? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, this is the DP. This is Tennessee. Let's find him. Let's find him. We're going to get into all that today. Who's caught, who's not, what's happening. Prayers for Baby Miracle. Right as I said that, 111 people are in chat. 111. Say a prayer that that baby gets the justice that she deserves and hopefully is raised by a good family, gets the therapy. It's a lot, all right? All right, so let's keep going. Let's get into, I put him back up. He's wanted. These are the victims. There's the location. You can see. And, okay, so right now, the charges against this monster, his Audi was abandoned, right? We saw the white Audi with the license plate. We'll show that later. Damage on the driver's side. Charges as of right now are 4 counts of first degree, the big M word. Aggravated kidnapping, felon in possession of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. And his criminal history includes a 2013 an armed robbery at the age of 16. So that's what it was. At the age of 16, he had multiple disciplinary issues in prison, and he already did that, and that's how he made his friends. That's what happened with the friends. So let's get into this. Let's talk a little bit about, and we'll get up to speed on what happened. Is everybody familiar with this case? Did you guys see these other people getting caught? These other people talking about the gangs, about the rugs, about all of it, guys. It's all part of the crime. All right. So we want justice for those children right there. And let me just tell you real quick, timelines of key events. July 29th, 3:11 p.m. The infant was found in the car in the front lawn of Dyer County. All right, Tennessee, Dyer County. Witness calls 911. Just a few hours later, the family reports 4 missing relatives. Those people on the screen. Later that night, the bodies were found of Wilson, Williams, Rose, and Braden Williams, found in Tipton Lake County. All right. Next day, TBI confirms quadruple homicide and links Drummond as the suspect. So this is going really quick. This is like the devil's den. Fast, fast, fast. Let's get him caught. August 1st, 3 days ago, 2 associates arrested. Tanaka Brown, 29, charged with this accessory after the fact to first degree M and tampering with evidence. Giovanni Thomas, 29, charged with accessory after the fact and red rumming. Then August 4th, today, Diara Sanders, 23, arrested on accessory after the fact to first degree M, massive law enforcement sweep in Jackson with drones, canines, and SWATs. We'll see some of those things. So these additional people we will be talking about today. There are a lot of people, guys. And if you saw the fat boy cooking with fat boys, cooking some hot Cheetos, we're going to look at all that. We're going to see the social medias. We're going to see that. Yeah, that's a lot of evil going on there, folks. All right. So we've got arrests of Tanaka Brown, Giovanni Thomas, Diara Sanders. Right. Manhunt continues. Dozens of officers, multiple agencies, drones, canine units, helicopters circling Union University, Jackson, roadblocks, tactical teams, and people claim that this monster is cornered. Right now, the reward went from 17,500. I think you guys correct me if I'm wrong. That they've got the reward up now. Is that correct? The reward is up to what? 20, 30,000. I just know that the reward keeps going up. All right. And if you like the content and how I present it, please do smash that like button and then share with your friends. All right. Good to see you more. All right. Let's so what's next? What comes next? The infant remains safe under protective services, and investigative teams continue to piece together what the heck happened here. What happened, guys? All right. So we're going to that's what we'll start with, is what happened and who the frick is Austin? Who is Austin Drummond anyway, right? Why is Austin even what is his deal? Why did he do this? I know he didn't do that. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure, guys, that he did not do that just to kidnap a baby. As a matter of fact, I think that his the humanity crept into him and he decided not to take the baby's life. Humanity crept in, the baby cried, and guess what? He put the baby in the car seat and then dropped the baby off. He didn't take the baby's life. Maybe a little bit of humanity. All right, so the real reward is still at 17.5. A man covering it this afternoon. Yeah, I just saw that on my screen too. It said 17.5. But so many different channels keep saying so many different things. And we want to make sure, you guys, that we're on the same page, up to date with what's happening. We don't want all the, I heard this, I heard that. No, we want this, and that. The baby wasn't part of the beef, only the adults. Yes, agreed. It doesn't matter. Many times people take anybody's life that gets in the way. All right. And yes, the baby could not tell on him, but the baby kind of did tell on him. Once they found the baby, they went straight for him. He was identified and bam. All right, this is today, right now, manhunt underway in Jackson, Tennessee. Let's watch and listen.
From Jackson, Tennessee, where the search continues for Austin Drummond. He's the 28-year-old that's been on the run since 4 people were killed last week in Lake County. Mike Sirianni is live near Union University, where we have seen another large law enforcement presence today. Good afternoon, Mike.
Hey, all
right, so this is right now, manhunt underway. Just think about if you're from Tennessee, this is what we're watching. And see, that's what I heard. I just heard that it went up to 30,000. I didn't want to write that or confirm it otherwise, but this is going fast. News channel is rushing to get to the story, and that's why we're getting a lot of misinformation that we want to correct right now. Hopefully, while we're streaming this, we get a, hey, breaking news. We caught him. He really is caught. We see him getting arrested. All right, so that's what we're doing. Thank God for him saving the baby, because she's led. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly. All right. Not feeling good about the internet. He pressured by gang to prove his loyalty to them on the outside. This was the deal. So he could start a new life. True crime terror. Okay. All right. Well, it's worth listening to, but we're going to listen to the hard facts, and then we'll get into suppositions. All right. So let's hear what is happening. Manhunt right now underway for Austin Drummond.
Good afternoon to you, Zanetta. Yeah, I'm here. Just over my shoulder is Union University. This is Oil Well Road behind me, and then off to my left is Pleasant Plain Road. So this area is blocked off by law enforcement. Videographer Ryan Clee is going to pan around now, give you some idea of the law enforcement presence. We have officers, SWAT team that are suiting up in that church parking lot across from where I am. Overhead, a helicopter is circling.
Yeah, I don't believe this was an initiation either, thought criminal. I read the text on the screen, but let me make that clear. I do not think this was a gang initiation by any means. Now, just because Austin has associates that were from prison because when he was 16, he was in there, we're going to clear that all up today, okay? Now, I love hearing suppositions from channels and things like that, but we're not making suppositions. We're going over the facts right now. So I didn't mean to, I wasn't trying to insinuate any of that. Foxy, thank you for the one guilty of crime membership. Carrie, thank you so much for welcoming me back. Good to see you, my friend. All right, manhunt underway. And then we'll get into what, when, where, why, how, all that.
And then back to my right at Pleasant Plain Road, there's Highway Patrol and other officers set up over there as Ryan pans around to give you an idea of what that looks like. Of course, traffic is blocked off. You can't go down in that area. This is reminiscent of Friday.
All right, so you see what they're doing. This is what's been happening all day. Tony, hello, welcome. If you guys could, thank Foxy for the guilty of crime membership. Emily Jane, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Happy August. Happy Monday. Happy life. I missed you guys so much. Thank you for being here and listening to me and going over this case. And hopefully we'll hear that he's caught. But this is what's happening right now. Then we're going to we're going to rewind just a little bit and go over who is Austin Drummond, and you'll see.
When just about 2 miles from here, that neighborhood was covered up with law enforcement. That was where they found Drummond's vehicle, that Audi that he abandoned over there Friday or at some point. And there was an extensive search over there since that time. And over the weekend, we told you about two persons arrested and charged as accessories after the fact in the crime that Drummond is wanted for. And also, the latest and another bit of news came out when U.S. Marshals said they don't believe that Drummond is in Tennessee any longer. So I'm thinking maybe that someone has seen someone suspicious. That's very.
And I'm not sure why people are saying that this monster was cornered. I think that many people helped him. I think they're going to find out along the way that other people probably aided in that, and there may be more arrests coming, guys. So don't think that's it. And there's 140 people in here and 73 likes. Come on, guys. I hope you like the content that I put out for you Monday through Friday. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, he's definitely moving, but they're honing in on him, and maybe they know more than we do.
Very possible, and that's what's caused this massive show of force again here in the Jackson area. So I'm sure people are on edge and will continue to be on edge until they find Austin Drummond. Now, we're going to be following events here and have more later on our newscasts and, of course, on WREG.
All right, that's perfect. Let me just show you a quick. Thanks, Tiff, for resending that. We're going to go back. Who the frick is Austin real quick? All right, so that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much, KSS. I know that's your name. I'm not sure what your other name is on there. I probably know you, Lady for Justice. Good to see you, my friend. Indy, I love you too. Thank you so much. All right, so they're searching right now. As we're watching this, guys, they're searching. So let's listen close, and maybe someone will grab that $30,000 reward and turn that monster in. Maybe they'll turn against him, guys. $30,000. Let's hope somebody. Let's hope and pray that somebody turns that monster in. Thank you, Emily, for upgrading your membership. All of that helps me to support this channel, and I appreciate it. What's up, Eastern Girls Crafting? All right, let me just show you real quick. I want to bring this down because I don't want to forget about the baby. I want to make sure that Baby Miracle is what I'll call her. I may remove this real quick. Sorry about that. I usually am able to set my screen up before, but when I'm adding things to it, then I can't do that. So let me just take a look. Let me just have you take a look at this. Justice for the surviving baby. Okay, so take a look at this. Ross says dude's not in the area anymore. All right, so this baby's a victim. Okay, so there are 5 victims in this case: Baby Miracle, James Wilson, Adriana Williams, Courtney Rose, and Braden Williams. All right, somebody please turn that monster in and get $30,000. Angel of Light, good to see you, my friend. You know what? Let's watch who this guy is, and then you'll see, are they afraid of this guy? And thank you for upgrading your membership to anyone that does, gifting memberships, all of that. All right, so surviving Baby Miracle is victim number 5, and I hope they take her into account when they catch this monster. Yes, justice for Baby Miracle. What's up, Pauline? All right, so I'm going to pull this down. Thank you again, Tiff, for doing that, for sending that on over and everything you do, right? I appreciate you. All right, so let's see if you want to know if people are scared of that dude. Doesn't he look funny? He looks like a freaking goofball to me, to be honest with you. He looks like a goofball, but maybe that's what gets him, right? Maybe the goofball. When you think he's a goofball, not so much. All right, I gotta remove this because I don't know why I'm not. All right. I normally set up my screen before and I can't mess with it, but I am. So all right, share screen. All right, I want you to guys see who the frick is Austin Drummond. We're gonna look at that real quick before we continue. Like I said, we've got quite an episode today, so stay here as behind the scenes people are tracking and we're finding out more about this suspect and all the others that were arrested. Who is Austin Drummond, guys? Let's look.
We're learning more about the criminal history of that suspect, Austin Drummond. Court records show Drummond spent years in prison for robbing a convenience store when he was a 16-year-old and threatening to go after jurors. He was tried in that case as an adult. This happened in 2013. And
do you hear that? What he did there, like no respect for anybody or anything at 16 years old. And Lil Red, good to see you. That's all YouTube. They're putting people's handle so that people can't duplicate their accounts. Austin Drummond looks like he looks like a goofball. When I first saw that picture with a snake around his neck, I was like, what a goofy guy. And then you start seeing him with these criminals that he's hanging out with from prison, and it makes you think a little more. Let's watch him again go into this liquor store and rob them. We're just looking at who Austin Drummond is while hopefully they track him down.
Drummond spent years in prison for robbing a convenience store when he was a 16-year-old and threatening to go after jurors. He was tried in that case as an adult. This happened in 2013 in Jackson. He pleaded guilty in 2015 to 13 counts of retaliation for past action. Drummond was given a combined 13-year sentence, which ended in September of 2024.
That's crazy.
The story will bring you the latest updates on air and on.
I mean, that just ended, guys. 2024. I mean, he was threatening jurors. Who does that? Well, we know he does that, but let's that's wild, guys. Hold on. All right, let's take a look. Let's pull this down real quick and let's see what else. All right, it's just playing. Hold on real quick. Sorry, guys. All right, it's playing. He's been on the run for 3 days, it says, but that must have been days ago. Okay. All right, let's see if we take a look at this real quick. Actually, I'm going to take a look at this, what we know so far, and then we're going to look a little bit at X because it talks a lot about what he did. All right. So this goofball is the suspect, the main suspect in taking these 4 people's life, abandoning baby Miracle, and then 4 family members their life being taken. So this is him. They first looked at his white Audi, later found that in the woods. Maybe that's why they're looking in the woods. I don't know, but they're still searching for a goofball. All right. This 28-year-old goofball looking guy's not so goofy, guys. He is not so goofy. All right. He has quite a rap sheet, and he's violent. Can you imagine going to trial for something and threatening jurors, and then him just walking out and doing a horrible crime like he did now? All right. So anyway, police are searching for a suspect believed to have taken all 4 lives. We went over that. They're in Tennessee. TBI identified him right away off the bat. And then here's the TBI alert on Thursday. They need your help looking for him. They found the Audi now. If you guys see anything else, obviously 1-800-TBI find. All right. So I'm glad they have other suspects in custody, which is nice. That means hopefully they're singing. When I say singing, telling on him. All right. So we see here, we know he's wanted for 1st-degree kidnapping, firearm possession in connections with the death of Adriana Williams, 20. These people are young, guys. This is another almost BK situation. 21 years old, James Wilson. Adriana was 20. He was 21. Courtney Rose, 38. The parent, the mom. And then Braden Williams, which I believe is the brother, 15. All right. They've been identified as mother, father, grandmother, and uncle of the infant, which I believe is Courtney Rose's brother. All right. DA. Okay, we're just looking at them talking here. And then this is the infant, baby Miracle, that was found. All right. He's at a bond attempted for a while. He just got out in 2024. Yes, I'll leave that up. Please snitch on him. And I hope these people do. I think these people are going to sing like canaries. All right. What's up, Kelly? Good to see you. Kelly, a.k.a. Pippa. All right. Wild says, nope. It was a girl they arrested, and they're looking at the wrong department. They need to look in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Chicago. Yeah, they definitely haven't found him, guys, but every other news station is saying otherwise. All right, this is the beautiful baby Miracle. I'm so glad that they did not take her life, all right? So there's the 4 relatives that were found dead. All right. May they rest in peace, and may they get the justice they deserve. All right. 911, 10:26 p.m. And that was all on July 29th. There's a beautiful picture of them, and we'll talk about families are going to talk. We're going to hear them. I want to show you guys X real quick, because if you want up to date, go to X, take a look. You can go to my X page as well. If you go to Guilty of Crime is my handle. You can see a lot of this stuff there. There's that robbery. There's that picture of Austin Drummond and his buddy. All right. Was this the fat boy guy cooking? Fat boy cooking? Fat boy cook? We're going to hear all that, right? I know there's a dance and a song. He's cooking some Cheetos on a video. One of these guys, they're going to tell on this guy. And if they can get 30K, they're going to get it. All right. So Fat Fox, the God, claims he's not involved in the crimes, yet he was arrested too. There he is, standing there with this goofy looking mofo, Austin Drummond. So hopefully they tell on him and they know where he's headed, what he's doing, etc. All right. And this is Jen Koffendorfer, ex-FBI agent. Please circulate this photo and the vehicle, which was now found. All right. Spread it around. Show this goofy mofo around. All right, you can see they're looking for him. They've been for days, all eyes, lots of channels covering this. All right, so there's that little beautiful family. There was the baby Miracle. They blurted out. All right, and then Devil's Den. Devil's Den, people. May they get the justice they deserve as well. All right, so let's get on to the next thing. I really wanted to go over this. This gives you a good idea of where we are now in the case. So good to see you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Oh wow, violent man on the run. Oh, there was a new hold on real quick. There was a new thing that just came out 30 minutes ago, guys, and this is what we're going to get down with right now. 36 minutes ago this just came out, so I want to share this with you. I've been trying to keep the most up-to-date information that there is possibly, all right? All right, so let's stop this and get that over there. This came out 36 minutes ago. And if you want to keep up to date on all that, again, you can either go over to X, you can follow my channel, of course, or you can follow Shanitra Speaks. This just came out 36 minutes ago, folks.
Still at large, still armed and dangerous. The search is on in multiple states for Austin Drummond. He's wanted for allegedly killing a family of 4 and leaving a 7-month-old child alone in front of a stranger's house.
All right, so this is going to tie everything together, and then we have much more. We're only 35 minutes in, guys. You know how we do around here. It's usually about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get out everything that we need to get out, to talk about, to make sure we hit all the updates. So stay here with me, hit that like button, share with your friends. This 36 minutes ago new just came out. All right, so I'm trying to give you the most up to date that I can today.
We also learned today, just in the last few hours, a third person was arrested, accused of helping Drummond after the murders. We're also learning more about Drummond's background, including the dire warning from prosecutors when he was up for parole. Allegation.
Doesn't he look like a goofy mofo? Like, I see this guy trying to look tough with that snake on his neck, guys, and it's like, I just want to say, well, why were they? I mean, was he their little bitch? Was he in jail at 16 or prison at 16 with these thugs that import D-rugs in and that took anything they wanted at any time? Did they bend this goofy mofo over and say, you're my bitch, I'll protect you, you take it? Was he graped while he was in there? Because he looks like a bitch to me, guys. Just saying. And even if he wasn't someone's bitch, he's going to be. I'll tell you that right now. He's never getting out once they catch him. So, Austin, I hope that you run as much as you can, because once they catch you, bud, you're going back to be those people's bitches.
That he was ready to seek out jurors from his previous trial when he was freed from prison. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
All right, we don't need to get all this. Let's just take a look at this. We're going to look into his background, who he is, and what the heck happened.
About his behavior and just how dangerous he is. Let's talk about this specific case and how we got to this point. On July 29th in Dyer County, Tennessee, police say they received a 911 call from a person who found a baby alive in their car seat, abandoned on the front of their home. The caller had never seen this baby before. They had no idea who they were. All of this happening on Tuesday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then about 5 hours later, about 45 minutes north of where the baby was found in Lake County, Tennessee. This is around 8 o'clock at night. 4 bodies were found. They were allegedly murdered.
So you guys tell me what the difference is between these 4 beautiful, hold on, what's the difference between these 4 beautiful people on here than what BK did to those college students? What's the difference? They're both, that's an evil thing to do to 4 people, right? Where's all the evidence? What's up, Michelle? Good to see you, my friend. We want him to be caught, and we want him to be back in prison and be Big Bubba's bitch. I hope so, because I think he is now already. All right, let's keep going. Look, he looks like a goofball, but he's not. Guys, he's very dangerous and he's very armed.
Armed during the commission of a dangerous felony. Police are not saying what the official causes of death are at this point, but we do want to note that there are firearms charges that Drummond is facing in relation to this. Now, police have not given us the timeline either of when they say they believe these crimes happened. In a news conference on Friday, though, Tennessee investigators did say that leaving the baby on the front lawn of a home was seen as, in their words, a sign of compassion, allegedly by Drummond, after the murders of that family of 4. So we do believe that these 4 murders took place. Then Drummond allegedly went south and dropped that baby in Dyer County, Tennessee. Police say that Drummond has a family connection to the victims, but they haven't gone further into that. It's also
and we will, because this is like, you know, international. It goes on to Long Crime. It goes on to Court TV. Court TV just came out with something that kind of wrapped up everything that was happening in the case up until now. And then Shanitra has awesome stuff with the people that were arrested from their family throwing fingers at each other. Somebody's going to talk, guys. Somebody's going to want to claim that $30,000. And I hope that somebody is somebody that knows where he is, or somebody that says, you know what, I did help him. I didn't know the gravity of the situation. I thought he just needed some money or a car. I was helping out a friend. All right. It wasn't compassion. He's been in prison. He knows if he messes with babies, he's going to get illed. Rather be, yeah, there you go. Then I don't know who he is at all. I was just hoping there was some sort of humanity to that. All right. He definitely has street cred, guys. As much as he looks goofy, I bet he's crazy at the same time.
Clear where Drummond is right now. Over the weekend, authorities in a Missouri town, which is right over the border from Tennessee, posted that they are investigating claims that Drummond was spotted there. Drummond is a career criminal. He was convicted of holding up a convenience store in 2013 in Jackson, Tennessee. That night, he got away with just $44.
Oh my God. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about too. Isn't that wild? When he was 16, that register that we saw him go into, $44. When somebody gets $44, folks, and they keep going and they're cool with that, all he wanted was a 20 sack or a 40 sack. This guy went, and I guarantee you, went and bought DRUGs. All right. I guarantee you that. Nobody does that. Nobody risks somebody's life for $44. All right. So let's keep going. There's a lot in this case, guys, and I really want this monster to be caught.
That's it. But he pointed a gun in the face of the clerk, and he was sentenced to more than a decade in prison. And even though he was in prison, what has been a very bizarre part of this story is just how active on social media it seems he was.
And you see him, he's in there with 2 phones. He's got some kind of street cred. I agree that he should have been in juvenile, but I got to tell you, juvenile, being convicted as a juvenile and being in juvenile hall or any of those juvenile places, it's much worse than being in prison or in county, because those guys don't give a fuck. Like the honey badger, they don't care, guys. Those teenagers don't have anything to lose, and I hear it's way tougher than any prison. All right, so $44 he did that for. And I mean, what are we looking at? His pizza here?
It's from behind bars. I mean, he posted these pictures showing him eating pizza. There were pictures of him playing video games. He also had multiple cell phones, it seems.
See, look at that. That was him behind bars, guys. Was that hard time? I think if they would have rehabilitated him a little better, it might have been okay. All right, when he goes back. Jay, guilty crime. I'm sure he's going to be in every orifice guy. Yeah, so he's gonna be somebody's. What's up, Patricia NYC? Good to see you, my friend.
And then even this picture from 2023 with a bottle of Ciroc vodka on social media in September of last year. He posted that he was out, but don't let that smile fool you. His legal issues were still piling up. He's facing a charge of attempted murder right now related to an incident that happened in prison. He was released on bond in 2020 in response to Drummond being up for parole.
Now, do you think his parents are helping him, guys? Are his parents in that state? Yeah, where's the girlfriend? Where's the girlfriend that might be pregnant? What? A Nintendo Switch and a pizza and vodka in there? He didn't do hard time at all. But who's helping him, guys? He dropped the baby off not out of compassion, but because he knows what they'll do to him in prison if he kills a baby. You know what? Whatever God had planned for that baby, she was spared. So we won't give him credit at all. I just thought maybe there'd be an ounce of humanity, but probably not.
Then the district attorney for the 26th District of Tennessee wrote that Drummond had 25 disciplinary actions against him while in prison, including...
Guys, that's a lot of write-ups. Did you guys watch the Sade Robinson the Sade Robinson sentencing, Maxie Boy had 21 violations in just a short period of time. I think I might have to go over the sentencing of Sade and Maxwell or Maxie Boy. I don't know why my computer's doing this. Sorry. All right. Street code, babies, graveyards, funerals, cemeteries, no shooting. All right, let's keep going. We're going to find out. We don't know exactly what yet.
Using orders, drug possession, defiance, and being in possession of a deadly weapon, all from behind bars. She also writes that after his conviction, Drummond told his dad in a phone call that he would target jurors and the victim.
I'm going to read this to you guys. I'll read it to you guys. Dear Miss Davis, I've been notified on the above defendant's parole hearing set on July 23rd, 2020. Guys, that was 5 years ago. West Tennessee State Penitentiary. This office strongly opposes his early release on parole. Austin Drummond is dangerous. He's a dangerous felony offender and has confirmed member of the, he's a member of the Vice Lords. Okay. And he confirmed that he's a member of the Vice Lords on July 31st, 2013, just 7 years prior. He entered a Circle K convenience store and pointed a revolver pistol at the victim in the case as he demanded money from her. Remember, guys, he got $44. He was convinced by a jury of he was convicted, by a jury of aggravated robbery. All right. After this jury trial, Drummond made a phone call to his father where he threatened the jurors.
In his robbery case saying,
and the victims in the case. He made statements saying they're going to regret it and I'll be out one day. Drummond's behavior while in prison should also be taken into consideration. He's had 25 disciplinary actions, which we talked about before. And that includes refusing orders, DRUG possession, defiance, and being in possession of a deadly weapon behind bars. This is the type of behavior clearly demonstrates Drummond has no desire for rehabilitation and is not capable of living amongst society. Due to the seriousness of the crimes he committed, his violent behavior towards the victims in these cases, and to protect society from his criminal behavior, we feel that he should remain in prison and serve his full sentence or his sentence in full. Now, remember, this was in 2020 and this was from the parole hearing. All right. This was to the parole board. He later got out 4 years later in 2024. All right. And then he's back out there doing these things. All right, here we go. Connection number 1, guys.
Specifically what they believe he did, but he's being held without bond. Similar situation for a man named Giovante Thomas. He is charged with accessory after the fact of first-degree murder, and he was already in jail at the time of his arrest. And then today, on Monday, a third person was arrested on that same charge, accessory after the fact to first-degree murder. Her name is Diara Sanders, and she is also under arrest for
all right, there it is. Not diarrhea, okay? That's what Foxy said. It's Dara, guys. Dara, all right? Let's keep going. I freaking Foxy. You can't make me laugh like that in the middle. Maxwell Robinson said that sentence. I know he did. I saw every second of the sentencing. I absolutely did. And I covered that case. I saw Sade Robinson's dad walking along the beach looking for his daughter's head and her missing other body part. I think her other missing body part might have been her arm or her leg. That dad and the hurt he had in his eyes looking for his daughter's body parts were unbelievable. And then for Maxwell Robinson to say that, thank God he's never going to be out. All right. Yeah, these gangs operate the same as the mafia. Well, you guys should be scared of this guy then.
Allegedly helping Drummond. I typed Austin Drummond's name into truthfinder.com. Not a surprise. His criminal record came up. We saw the aggravated robbery on there. Really lines up with the court records that we've pulled, seeing that he is truly a career criminal. At Law and Crime, we partner with Truthfinder.
We like Truthfinder too.
Thanks for being with us. Where are you right now? What is it like to be on the ground there in Western?
All right, here it is. Again, this just came out 36 minutes ago, guys. So this is all the up to date while they're searching for goofball demon, goofball, whatever you want to call him, Austin, right? Now, what else ties into the case? Yeah, $44. He didn't care. He was just getting DRUGs. That's why. $44. He also did many, many years for that.
Tennessee.
I am in Lake County, Tiptonville, approximately a mile and a half from where the bodies were discovered.
Damn,
and
guys.
the vehicles were discovered.
What's the mood when you go around that area, especially since this search began? I mean, what's it like to talk to people who live in this part of the state?
Well, you can tell they're anxious and concerned, and just spoke with some people over at the courthouse, and they're all saying the same things. This kind of thing doesn't happen here. They've had a few murders over the.
I mean, 4 people, guys. Can you imagine what that crime scene looked like? And thank God the baby wasn't there in it, right?
Last 30 or 40 years, but you can count them on one hand.
Damn.
How would you characterize, because it seems like just from the news conference that even though TBI has put out Austin Drummond's face and we've learned a good bit about his criminal history, there's still certain details that they're not releasing to the public.
Like
just having covered these agencies, what does that tell you about where we are in this case?
I think it's they're keeping a lot close to the vest, because I think there's things they don't want the public to know, and not in a nefarious.
I think that they don't know a lot, and I think that a lot of the public may know more than them, as a matter of fact, with all the people that are out there actively talking. And I don't know who's searching, which we're looking at now. We know it's law enforcement. It's not people just in the community looking for a body. They're looking for a criminal, an evil criminal that took 4 people's lives, 20, 21, 38, and 15 years old. Just wiped them out. And for what, guys? For what? What was the motive?
Way, but rather in a let's keep this close to the vest. Let's just get this guy under wraps. Let's try not to push him any further. Hey. One of the comments at the presser was, you showed an act of compassion by dropping the baby. Let's get you in here. I think that's just a call to kind of.
Again, that's to appeal to him and see if he wants to use that as an excuse. He's not going to tell the officers, I spared that baby because I don't want to get gang raped by these guys in there. I don't want them to take my life for taking a baby's life. But maybe if they can appeal to him getting a lesser sentence because he spared the baby, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there has to be something that he's and I'm sure motive was that, but why would you do that for $44? So what did he do that for? People's life. This is no better than what BK just got convicted for, guys.
To say let's try to end this without further bloodshed.
Yes, and hello, Chief.
And Austin Drummond, I mean, he has a pretty lengthy criminal record for only being, in his 20s, but he gets out, it seems like, in September 2024. What else stands out to you about his background as you've been looking into his history?
All right, just real quick, guys. I don't want to interrupt you. There's 175 people in here. I've been getting a lot of beautiful emails, not only just thanking Guilty of Crime and the mods for giving away those awesome Foxy boxes and the merchandise, but Foxy wants to give away a Foxy box today. I think, is that what you said? Yeah, today. You want to give a Foxy Bucks away, and you guys, whoever wins a Foxy Bucks just has to be a member. All right, you have to be a member, and obviously within the United States, you don't want to miss out on the Foxy Box. I promise. So stay here till the end, and do me a favor, hit that like button, get a membership if you can, gift memberships if you can. We're going to be giving away an awesome Foxy Box. He may be a monster, but not a baby killer. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm glad that he's not.
Violence. There's violence and large scale drug dealing. It's pretty obvious that he is definitely a violent person with no sense of remorse.
No,
and he had more than 24 infractions, at least in 2020. I saw in the parole letter from the district attorney saying he shouldn't have been let out then, which he wasn't. from his time in prison. He's also a member of this gang, the Vice Lords, which
That's
I know they're active kind of in the Memphis area. Has anybody told you anything about that? About like just what? And now
you see how everything's tied into this episode, so you can see what happened, where it started, who's connected, who's arrested, and how they're connected. That's what I love most about these cases. As they unfold and information comes out, we know what's happening. Now he can run, and hopefully he doesn't hide too long, but this guy is so selfish and so just I'm wrapped up in himself, narcissistic, whatever you want to call this monster. He's not going to take his life. I know you guys know that when you see him in a jail cell or a prison cell with 2 phones, a pizza, bringing D-Rugs in, part of the Vice Lords, he's going to live up his days in prison, guys, and he's going to run, but he won't take his own life. They're going to find him. What's up, Chief? Remember what I said about Tennessee not having internal affairs, convenient, so no one has to own up to why this scumbag was let out on bond. All right, yep, Vice Lords are his juice, but maybe the Vice Lords will want a $30,000 payout. You guys don't know. I hope somebody turns on him. Maybe they'll do it anonymous, but give him that money, get him in there. He's dangerous. He'll kill again, guys.
We know multiple people have been arrested for allegedly helping him, just like some of these associates that he has.
Yes, you want to win a Foxy box.
It just came up in chatter that, he was associated or was a Vice Lord, things like that. It also came up with, I'm sure some of your viewers are familiar with one of our notorious prisons here, Trousdale Turner. It's more towards East Tennessee. And there's an investigation into Austin Drummond over there for taking or getting drugs into that prison, as told to us by one of the law enforcement in that area.
And as far as the victims in this case, and I know right now there's so much focus on Drummond because he's the one that people want to bring, but this, is such the sad part of this case. These 4 people who lost their lives. What has stood out to you about them?
The problem with this guy is that he can fool people that haven't seen his face. When you look at this goofy mofo, you don't realize that there's a demon behind those eyes. He doesn't look like BK does, where BK, you look at him and it's just pure evil emanating from him. This guy is evil, and it's quite disguised, guys. All right, so $30,000. Put the word out. Let's get somebody to turn him in. What's up, Allison? I missed you too. At 4 p.m. has not been the same. Well, thank you. Hit that like button. Get a membership so you can win a Foxy box. All right, you don't think they'll turn on him? Their street code won't allow it. Well, listen, KSS, it might not be somebody that's actually affiliated or jumped into that gang, but it could be a girlfriend of a gang member or just saying. You will be surprised what people do for $44, let alone $30,000.
Who they were just from speaking with people who knew them.
I know he's not. They don't.
What stands out is it's a tragedy. There's no way around it. Even family has told me that at least 2 of the victims were involved in these kind of illegal activities. But what I think what stands out for me is their deaths, as young as they were, and regardless of what they were doing, nobody should have been their judge, jury, and executioner.
Bert, I know law enforcement has said that Austin Drummond had a family connection to these 4 victims, but you've been talking to family members and have reported what the connection actually is. What are some of the...
Okay, here it is, guys. And I'm putting this in my own mind while we're watching it together because I'm hearing, oh, there's a family connection. Oh, he's in a gang. But I didn't hear he was in the Vice Lords, and I don't know what the connection exactly is. Supposedly he's a family friend, but that's as far as it went. Nobody suspected him. So let's hear together what the connection is and what they're saying, because we're going to hear that next, what they're saying, the people that are charged with this as an accessory.
Specifics about how he knew these people.
The specific, according to family members, is that He is the significant other. I don't know if he was truly married to the oldest victim's sister, the deceased grandmother's sister. He is listed in the obituary of the grandmother of the eldest deceased victim. That's a very confusing way to say that.
Right. Well, I think like part of this story too is because the maternal grandmother in this case, she's only 38 years old. Yes. And so that's something where, you know, and that's just kind of something as we're trying to piece together. I remember the first time I read this story, and this was before Austin Drummond was part of it, and we're trying to figure out what happened. It was difficult to like kind of piece together.
Yeah, this whole thing has just been a piece after a piece, and I'm presenting the information that I have from, obviously you see the news sources and who puts it together. So once it all comes out, we have the documentation. I have my opinions, but I also have what we're seeing here in the document. So of course, take my opinions with a grain of salt, but hopefully when we see information that came out from previous, it's the facts, right? It's what we see. So if you don't see it, then, you know, just take it with a grain of salt.
Everything from the family members. I mean, since they somewhat knew Austin Drummond, and yeah, he spent time, you know, a good amount of time behind bars, but like, what did they say about
it? They seem to just be focused on the fact that he was released on $30,000 bond after his incarceration, and that this didn't happen to their family. That's where they seem to focus with when we talk.
Bert, I know that he was out on bond. It was $30,000.
Of course.
Certainly there was some shock when you're accused of attempted murder,
and that's the problem there, right? You can't judge by how anybody looks because you don't know and you can't see it. But when you do see it, then you say, oh man, how did I miss that? You know, that guy looks like a sheep. He looks like a sheep, but it's a wolf in sheep's clothing for sure. He just looks like a goofy white boy, but he's so far from that, guys. All right, let's keep going.
Let out on bond, because a lot of times that's no bail, and then it's $30,000. What do you make of that?
I'm familiar with this judge from other cases, and my first thought was when true bills are brought to the judge's desk from the circuit court clerk's office, they're just in a stack, and it's more or less a procedural just to go down and set bonds. I'm just assuming that there was no connect between the district attorney's office or other people to tell the judge we need to set this one higher. It may sound terrible, but maybe someone, when you look at these indictments, I just picked them up. It doesn't give you any clue who this person is.
So the fact that they're talking about being charged or going to be charged for unlawful possession of a firearm, I'm assuming, guys, and everything that I'm reading, that they shot them all. It doesn't really say. I mean, they're not showing, there's no autopsy reports that I'm looking at or any of that. But when you look at the charges, unlawful firearm possession in connection with the 4 victims taking their life and a first degree, as well as kidnapping, you put 2 and 2 together, guys, and he shot them to DEATH. Shot, took their lives. Boom. That's what I'm assuming. But again, none of the stuff has come out and said, here's the autopsy report. You know, a shot went through the left this and came out. We don't know exactly just yet.
And it's important to remember that Austin Drummond wasn't known in Lake County. Okay. He was known in Madison County. So
that's as much as we got is confirmed by gunshots, which was assuming. But if there's any kind of documentation on the family and how, let me know. All right. Yeah, definitely a knucklehead for sure.
My assumption is that it was just looked at as another piece of prison violence.
Burton, at the news conference, they didn't give us a timeline of what happened. That hasn't been released as of yet, but in their answer.
Now, we give away lots of things on this channel, and it doesn't always have to be members. So don't worry if you're not a member. We still give things away. Just today, we're giving to members only. And if you're out of the U.S., the mods won't pay. They can't afford to pay out of the U.S. So if you want to cover the charges, you can. Now, Biscuit, I don't know about that. Hopefully you're watching because you like the coverage. All right. Yeah, you can see the bullet holes in the windows of the car. That was the assumption, was that that's how, but I didn't get to see anything, any other documents on the victims and how.
It seems like the baby was left on the front lawn of the house in Dyer County.
Yeah.
And that happened after the 4 people were killed. Based on what you've gathered, what do you believe the timeline to be of what happened on Tuesday?
All right, here it is. What happened?
In talking with victim Matthew Wilson's family, he last spoke to them approximately 6:30 a.m. and they've told me he really enjoyed his job. He was going to go get his wife and child and then take a nap to go back to work at I believe it was a steel mill, and they didn't hear from him. So they started looking for them, and nobody could find any of the victims. So there was a concern growing, and when the child was found, it pretty much gave them their worst fears that something had happened.
And for you, just being in Lake County, for people who have never been to Lake County or that part of Tennessee, like how would you characterize and describe that area to people who haven't been there but are now hearing about it for the first time?
Lake County is rural. It's extremely rural. It looks to be an agricultural center. It's cornfields, cotton things.
All right, you guys kind of get that. I'm going to go a little forward to hear about what else is happening in the family connections. I don't need to hear everything here because I have a lot more to go. Hold on.
Member that is deceased has located the vehicles.
All right.
That leads us to believe that in the midst of this entire search for missing individuals, somebody in the family knew to go to a very remote location that only somebody familiar.
Yeah, that's wild. I have a quick clip because people aren't understanding the connection of the quadruple homicide and what was he connected to them. We didn't even know there were other people, but how was he connected to them? So that will segue into this real quick because I want to document what the dang connection was. And they do say that he was close to the family. That was not his baby, guys.
With Madison Scarpino with more on the search for the man accused.
And I want you guys to remember here that we have these people as the victims, all right? 21 and 20-year-old Matthew and Adriana were the mother of baby Miracle. Now, Courtney Rose, 38, was the mother of Adriana, I believe, right? And then Braden Williams was the uncle to the baby and brother to I think Adriana, because Adriana and Braden Williams. Now let's ask, how the heck is Austin connected to them? I didn't realize that it was where it was. My ex-husband lives right there. Yeah, a lot of people are coming from here. He was spotted last night at a church in camo. Well, today they say he was spotted and cornered, but that's not true. All right, so they're the people, the four bodies found there. You can see, take a look at the map. All right, look at 4 bodies found in Tiptonville. You can see where that is. Baby girl abandoned in Tigrit, Tennessee. And then the bodies were found here in a remote spot like they talked about. Hours after Wilson and Williams, the infant daughter was found abandoned 40 miles away, as you see on the map. Right now, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how he's connected to them. All right. So you say, I can't imagine what would be. So whatever, this young man only out of jail he was only out for a year to do that. I can't understand it either, but I'm sure we're going to find out, guys. I can't even comprehend the fact that there were 3 other people involved and they just they let that happen, or they were part of it. They helped cover it up. I just don't get it. All right, here's the connection. This is the quadruple. Suspect was close to all the victims, and this is what the family says about that.
Killing 4 people in Tennessee. Good morning, Madison.
Yeah, all
Good
young.
morning, Mike. That suspect has been on the run for 3 days now. Those 4 people were found killed just hours before a baby was found abandoned in a random front yard. That baby is okay, but turns out she was related to all of the people killed.
That's
now,
crazy.
Yesterday, police did find the vehicle they believe the suspect was driving, but they're still urging the public to be on the lookout for 28-year-old Austin.
All right, we'll leave that up for a second because you guys know that the Audi was found and there was another truck connected to the case. Yeah, I absolutely suspect there's more, and I absolutely suspect that somebody that may have helped him or that is helping him and didn't really know what the gravity was may just turn him in, guys. All right, yeah, he's a vice lord. I see that. They rounded up his associates. So yeah, that's exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. If they round everybody up, they can narrow down who's helping him and where the heck he went. All right. They do say that the baby is, they said they were safe, but I don't know if they put the baby with the other family or directly to CPS and then the family, or if they're still a CPS.
Drummond. They say he should be considered armed and dangerous.
And very
He's facing
dangerous.
4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of aggravated kidnapping, and several gun charges. Investigators say Drummond killed the abandoned baby's parents, James Wilson and Adriana Williams, the baby's grandmother, Courtney Rose, and the baby's uncle, Braden Williams.
All right, so there you go. That explains who these people are, how old they are, all right there. Baby abandoned. That was the first thing that came out, was the baby abandoned. Okay, she's still in CPS's hands. That's probably the best place since we don't know exactly who's involved. And we don't know the motive. Why gun down 4 people for what? Did they have money? Was it? I don't think it was a gang initiation, guys. I really don't. I'll be surprised if I hear that. Again, we're all speculating on the motive. They're the 4 victims. The 5th victim is baby Miracle. She's going to be a victim forever because she lost all of her family members, her parents included, her grandma, her uncle.
Now, it's unclear how or why this happened, but the local DA confirms Drummond was actually dating Courtney Rose's sister. A relative of the family says he was close to all the victims and they trusted him. But the DA says there is strong evidence connecting Drummond to the murders, and so he believes this was a targeted attack.
It's not anything to where we think the community is in danger because of a person who may be out here randomly.
All right. So when they say it's a targeted attack, that goes to show you that they have an idea of what the motive may be and why. Maybe he was targeting the baby's father and he had to take all of them out. Maybe the baby's mother. Maybe she's a survivor, but she's also always going to be a victim. Always. She'll be a survivor when she realizes it, but she needs to be treated as a victim and get proper parents and the help that she deserves as she gets older. So yes, we can call her that, but I want to make sure people understand that, yeah, that baby's going to be affected by this forever.
Targeting people, because we don't think that's the case at all. We do need the community to be very careful. We do not need them to try to approach this person. We do need your help.
And Drummond has a violent past. He just got out of prison less than a year ago after serving over a decade for armed robbery. And he also threatened to go after jurors, according to the AP. Now, during his time in prison, he reportedly is accused of having gang ties, possessing weapons, and attempting to murder someone. So investigators are urging anyone who may have seen him to come forward. And there's a combined award of $15,000 for any information that leads to Drummond's arrest. Mike.
But do you see how it keeps changing, guys? It keeps going up. Not initiation. They were asking about his gang ties, and the gang didn't like it, so they wanted him to prove his loyalty. He was going into a new role in the gang, being on the up to that. That's what I want to hear about. I'm reading this comment from KSS, but again, I haven't seen that. I've only heard that from you. So we're going to talk about that now because the other people are going to speak out like Tanaka. This guy is, let me tell you how tall he is here. 28 years old, Austin Robert Drummond, 5'10", 190 pounds. All right. So let's pull this up and then you can see he is right here. All right, so take a look at him again. If you guys see him or suspect, please call 911. Don't try to be a hero. He's 5'10", 190 pounds, blue eyes, brown hair, goatee. His vehicle was a white Audi 2016 A3. They found that vehicle. There's also a truck connected in the case that they have. That's as much as we know about him right now. But we're learning about the people that are being arrested one by one, which are these people. There's Tanaka Brown, there's Daria Sanders, Giovanni Thomas, and Brandon Powell. Now, Tanaka Brown's sister is defending him, and I want to show you that before we jump into them talking. I want you to see this quickly. That take a look at the people that they had arrested, and I think that's going to be your biggest clue to find out where he is by looking at those people that are tied to it. All right. All right, let's take a look at what she says. So Tanaka Brown's sister, it just came out today that she's defending him on a live. And in the video, it says FUCK, the victims, guys. Look at this. And this is a clip from Shanitra Speaks. Let me just show you this real quick because I have more to talk about with the victim. But here's Daria. I'm sorry, this isn't Daria. This is Tanaka Brown's sister. And look at what she's saying. And listen to what she's saying. Let me remove this and bring that up here. Again, go to Shanitra Speaks. I have already put that in my description. Take a look at Tanaka Brown's sister defending him. You'll see that in a second. Look at her. She's saying FUCK, the victims. Like, seriously, what if it was your family members whose life was taken in cold blood? Hell no. She said, and then it says, you're truly evil. I hope that you have to endure the same pain for what you just said. Do you hear what she's saying about the victims? And then that's Tanaka Brown's sister defending one of the suspects that was also arrested on accessory. Listen real quick, and then we'll get to the next thing.
That this was done to in cold blood. Would you be saying that then? Nope. No, you wouldn't. You are truly not a good person, and I hope that you have to endure the same type of pain. So keep in mind that when the news was announced that her brother was arrested, she went online and she started going under his status defending him, right? His Facebook has subsequently come down. Maybe his family deactivated. I don't know. Drop your comments below and let me know, what are your thoughts about this? Now I'm going to go ahead and play her live, which I don't know if she took it down.
Again, thank you again for getting that, Shanitra. I tagged her in it at Shanitra Speaks. You guys should definitely go subscribe to her. Her channel is growing like a wildfire, and rightfully so. Right? I really have mad respect for Shanitra, how she puts these together and stays on top, puts facts, all that. Great. All right, listen up. And they probably did pull this live down. Luckily, it was documented.
But it's no longer there.
Oh, that's my brother. He can't get up on here and troll, so I'll take that for him. I'm going to take that for him. Like, y'all trying to justify. Bitch, before I even got on Facebook, y'all was getting loose.
Trigger warning, guys.
Loose. So I got looser. What?
That's just...
So if y'all so upset and y'all so mad, and if y'all feeling some type of way, mind y'all business, stay off people's posts and stop commenting. Simple. It could all be so simple.
You think she's just trying to get that 15 minutes of fame by her brother? Remember, her brother's all over social media, talking to, right? We got a big daddy character, all that, which we're going to hear, guys. Just stay in here with me. Hit that like button, share it, get yourself a membership. We're giving a Foxy Box away, and we're going to be here for a little while just to go over the case, and hopefully we hear some breaking news as we're here, since people are saying he's cornered.
I didn't forget that. I did say that.
She sounds
you know
like
what trolling means? Joking means playing. That's what that means. That's what that means. The only people who are really upset and mad are y'all. Which is crazy. Well, I don't give a fuck. I did say fuck the victims. I'm not gonna act like I
did. You hear that? She
say
just
that.
said that.
I did say that, right? I did.
And she's laughing, saying, I did say F the victims. That is just unbelievable. Yeah, Under the Mystic Moon, I agree. Again, thank you, Shanitra, for getting this documented. I'm sure she pulled it down by now. These people are unbelievable. All of them are unbelievable. 4 people dead. Oh my God. I don't even know where these people come from.
I said a lot of shit though, so.
Maybe you should think before.
They was trolling. As soon as they posted my brother mugshot, they was trolling. You can't tell me they ain't. I don't want to hear that. Next question, Tamika. Not always the niggas. Oof. Where that Christian lady at?
Thank you. $15 of fame, you guys? I think so.
I only said fuck the victims because they got on there popping it. Like I said, I responded back to a lot of shit and said a lot of shit in response to whoever was saying it, whatever I felt like, just saying shit back. And I'm gonna continue to do that. If you don't want me to say anything,
then shut your mouth, girl. You shut your mouth. Have respect. She needs to have respect. She needs to have respect for the victims. I wonder if she's tied into that, guys. What do you think? You think she's tied into that gang life? More than likely, yeah. Maybe she's a runner for them. Maybe they do the DRUGs, the DRUG run, and she does it or whatever she needs to do. Sounds like it. She doesn't have much of a heart there, that's for sure. Yeah.
I'm nastier than black licorice. You ever had black licorice? I'm that nasty.
Yeah, you are.
I'm telling you.
You're evil too. Yeah, you did.
I'm not gonna be stressed trying to argue with nobody, y'all. I be rubbing my feet together, giggling and cackling, like
about them dying.
This shit funny to me. I'm on here. What they say? Fat cheeks. Screenshot that.
Yeah.
Please send it to the police. Let the police know. If they comment on this motherfucker thinking they finna get off, I'm on your ass too. Fuck. I never gave a fuck.
Hey, and again, don't let that smile fool you in her little giggling. I bet she's a nasty monster just as much as her brother is. The fact that she's calling the victims those names and laughing and saying that, I mean, that's just disgusting, guys. Yeah, it's rare that I'm speechless, but I do not want to meet this girl face to face like that because this broad was in my face talking like this. I would have to hold my tongue, guys. I would. I don't like this.
I don't care who it is. Like what?
Oh my God.
Maybe I can't say shit to me because I said.
Thank you guys so much for that, Teresa, or how you say that? I missed you. Thank you so much for the 5 memberships. We're giving away a Foxy Box. I hope you are here. And anybody else that wants to get it. We got more to come, guys. There's more vile-ish coming right now, so buckle up.
Anything on this motherfucker. You gonna take me to jail because I said fuck the victims?
Yeah.
I don't think that's breaking the law.
They should take you somewhere. You're a monster.
They can't take me to jail because I called you a fat, nasty, sloppy ass, no thin hair having ass hoe. I don't think that's a charge.
But you know what's disgusting is that she's wearing a hoodie right now that have 2 children on it. She's literally wearing this hoodie. You see a little boy on the right and then another little boy on the left. She's wearing a sweatshirt. Are those her kids? Are those her nephews? What is that? Yeah, this generation has no ethic. I won't say this whole generation But and thank you. I'm glad I said it right. Teresa. All right. Let's keep going. She's nasty. I think she took it down by now.
I could be wrong. Like I said, please let me know something.
You said I can't even understand her.
I'm so tired of standing up. I need to sit on down. Tell me.
Yeah, we don't want to hear you singing,
Austin.
girl.
1 minute my brother going to jail for murder. 1 minute is something else. Oh, I can't keep up with you people for real. For real. I really can't.
Ugh, she's nasty. All right, we're gonna listen to. I do want to see Tanaka Brown's arrested. Associates speak out that says he's not involved. I really want you guys to see this as well because they go into the search, the cars, all that, and I want you to see that. We could sit there probably listening to her all day and either not understanding her or understanding her and not liking what she's saying because I don't know what's wrong with her. I really don't know what kind of person would do that. But here's some more. Here are the people that speak out, and you're gonna see some things. Trigger warning, guys.
It's the latest discovery in this bizarre case that goes back to Tuesday. WRG's Raven Copeland joins us now. And Raven, you actually ran into one of the victim's family members while out there on the scene of where that truck was found. What's he telling you tonight?
Yes, Shay, the father of 21-year-old victim James Wilson actually showed WREG crews where the truck was found. We also noticed tire tracks in the area. Now, Wilson's father did not want to be interviewed, but he did say the truck belonged to his son, and he hopes the police find Drummond before he does. Now, as you mentioned, this is not the only vehicle that's been...
Okay, so his dad is not trying to help him. It doesn't sound like it. I hope not. My goodness.
Recovered in this murder investigation. 4 others have also been found. The TBI is now asking for home or business owners along Highway 78 from Dyersburg to Lake County to review their camera footage. Investigators are asking people to specifically review videos that may have captured the vehicles in the area on Tuesday, July 29th from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, that's the same day an abandoned baby was found in Dyer County, and it was later determined that 4 of the child's family members were killed. The TBI says Austin Drummond is the murder suspect, and they've been...
Remember, when we first saw this whole thing unfold, we didn't even know who did this, and now we're 3 more people arrested, and that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to hear from them. We heard from the sister. We're going to hear social media rants. Yeah, Satan walks the earth, that's for sure, or this wouldn't be happening. And guys, I know there's lots of other crime out there. I was following all of the cases, and I've got another new case tomorrow, another new case Wednesday, all week long, guys. I've got new cases from all of this that's happening. All right, we put quite a bit together for you this week. In my absence last week, I was gone, but I'm making up for it. All right, now let's take a look at Tanaka Brown, who was announced. This is the sister that was just talking and saying that he has nothing to do with it. There he is, just announced. Special agents with the TBI arrested Jackson Man Friday. Now we know his name, Tanaka.
Was a press release, and in the press release, it reiterated what I just said, but they didn't say what they believe his role was, such as what he may have did. There's speculation online.
Yeah, I'm using content from Shanitra Speaks. I'm using clips from Shanitra. She's a very cool content creator, and she just puts I haven't seen her do any live streams, but she puts these cases together. Whatever follows her, whatever grabs her attention, she does a fantastic job. Her channel is growing fast. I say go over and subscribe to her. I watch all of her updates. All right, but this case has been a wildfire. People were saying he was caught today, and I'm like, no, he wasn't. We got to come on here and say he was spotted, possibly. Lots of police activity and updates, and these people speaking out now.
But what they did say is at the request of the 29th District Attorney General, TBI special agents began investigating a quadruple murder that occurred Tuesday. It says TBI's investigators, in coordination with a variety of local, state, and federal authorities, identified Austin as a suspect. Agents obtained warrants for Austin, charging him in connection with the murder.
We're gonna keep going because I want you guys to hear these people connected. If you haven't seen it on other channels, now you're gonna see it now. Again, trigger warning, foul language. These people, all right?
Nah, I ain't mad because I know. They mad because you know that, man. Man, I guess I don't give. That's my dog. You feel me? I ain't gonna slump my mood. That's my nigga. But you feel me? I ain't had shit to do with the situation. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't had shit to do with the situation at all.
All right, so this guy, it took a while to get him arrested. And yeah, trigger warning. There's a lot of. I'll not put all of it. There's a lot of words in there, but you could see Austin Drummond connected to this guy that was saying he had nothing to do with it, and then he was arrested. All right. Yes, still 100% thumbs up today, guys. We have 177 right this second, all the way up to 200. We gotta at least have 200. All right. We don't need to listen to him babble and say the N word over and over, but we're just listening a little bit what they say. I want to document these people, these crazy people, and see how it unfolds. Are they gonna talk?
You feel me? Police already done harassed me, interrogated me. Goddamn, they done.
And then he was arrested.
Crib, destroyed my shit, searching for shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't even know why. You feel me? I just got access back to my Facebook this morning. You feel what I'm saying? At 10:01, they sent me the email so I could get back on my Facebook. I couldn't wait to go live on y'all bitch ass niggas and bitch ass stupid ass bitches. The fuck? Real talk. Hey, I knew you was finna get on
Real
here.
talk. What does that mean?
That shit weird as hell, bro. That shit weird than a motherfucker.
All right, guy.
Social media fuck a motherfucker up.
So right after this, guys, this guy was one of the people arrested. Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to listen to the whole thing. I just want you to hear him proclaiming his innocence and then being arrested the next day. He goes on and on and on, guys. He still keeps going.
Like, y'all got the game fucked up, bro.
And I mean, look at where they are. They're out at some house. I don't know if that's their house back here, but it looks like pretty nice place they're doing here. It looks like they're playing a game. Those are the two that are connected. Never would have saw them as this goofy mofo connected to this guy, but now we know. We're not going to listen to all this because he's just cussing and throwing a bunch of words out.
Man, on my mama, they dragging the shit. The shit ain't got shit to do with me, bro. You feel me? I ain't help him commit that crime. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't even knew he did the shit.
And now you're arrested, and your sister's over there. Actually, that's the other. Is this Tanaka? Yeah. Let's keep going. I don't want to listen to him the whole time. All right, there he is. Look at this guy.
15K ain't shit, nigga.
His
niggas ain't never seen 5,000. Talking about some turn a nigga in for 15K. Crazy than a motherfucker. Hi, Laverne. I love you too.
You hear him? He said he won't turn anybody in for 15K, but I wonder if he's gonna do it for 30K. What's up, Tommy? How you doing? All right. That's the same guy. Yes, it is. Just a little bit of shaving the beard and some creepy glasses. There we go. All right. This is one of the suspects that were arrested, guys. So if you guys are asking, what are we listening to? Because I want to document these people and what they're saying before everything gets taken down. It was down from social media. That's part of the show, Synth. All right, so that's them. That's Tanaka. We saw Tanaka's sister, and we got all these other people arrested now. All right, let's put this back up. I just want to go a little bit more forward. Yeah, he's still talking. I'm not going to keep listening to this. We'll hop to the next one. All right, here it is.
Y'all some hoes. Y'all police as hell. Go find y'all something to do. Get some motherfucking money.
Feeling immense pain and heartbroken after 4 bodies were found murdered in an area where residents would go to hang out, relax, and be a part of nature.
Ooh, that's loud.
It's not just the tragic killings that have residents overcome with emotion.
Somebody had to have let, I think probably the mom,
That's
the
loud.
baby off.
All right, we already saw that. I don't want to keep listening to these people either. I just wanted to document some of it. She keeps going too. I'm going to this sister. Let's go to the next one. All right, I'm going to take Tanaka Brown's sister and go to the next one and show you. All right, let's take this down, guys. I want to make sure we get this all. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe, get a membership. We're going to be doing a giveaway real soon. Let's keep going through this. Why y'all gossip and harass today? Our hearts are broken. Y'all flooded with posts and we're flooded with memories. You see, we lost a sister, niece, nephew, brother, sister, granddaughter, grandkid, daughter, a whole family. That's all I have to say. My family's broken. And this is Courtney Rose, the mom, 38 years old, guys, that lost her life. All right, let's keep going. Then we're at hour 35. We're going to be giving away a Foxy box soon. Indy, you didn't lose your membership. You just got you gotta just click on the OK to make sure it keeps going. All right, let's keep going. Why does everyone have to call me when I'm listening to Jay? Don't answer, Brady. All right. Yeah, we don't want Tanaka's we don't want to listen to Tanaka's sister anymore.
Family could potentially be involved. And one of the things that her family posted was, while y'all gossip and harass, today our hearts are broken. Y'all are flooded with posts. Right. We are flooded with.
I already read that. Let's keep going.
Someone said under the photo of Courtney Rose and her alleged husband said, are there recent issues with Logan Rose? And someone replied, say, yeah, he's in jail in Dyer County Jail. I had to look since they talking about something going on over there, which is a jail over there too. Prayers to all these families, even to, they said to the girlfriend, Catherine, my heart goes out to them. Hopefully we'll find out who done it. Now, I will say that this post was made, this comment, before it was revealed that it was Austin who was involved, but people have been speculating about others' involvement in it. So just keep in mind that Courtney Rose, although she lost her life tragically, and then her daughter lost her life, and then her 15-year-old son lost his life, she also has two other children as well that has to grow up and that is impacted by all of this as well. And her mother previously passed away in April the 30th of 2025. So just months later, she's now deceased as well. So just keep that in mind. And additionally, her son, Courtney did make a post about her son. And as we know, he is the 15-year-old victim. And she said, and this was back in 2020, but it just highlights how he was as a student, as a person. Have to brag on my handsome son. Mama's proud of you. Love you. And this was when he was in 4th grade, but he had made honor roll with all A's and B's for the 2019-24 school year. So I thought that was important to highlight that. Now, a lot of people have been wondering, because his girlfriend, which the family has said she's now the ex.
All right, here's the ties. Here's the girlfriend, the one you guys are talking about pregnant. Let's listen together. Please don't hop on or don't come in the chat and say, hey, there's something new over on Dolly's. I do watch Dolly, but his is not going to come up until 6 p.m. tonight. And it just says the exact same thing that everyone else's does. It says breaking news. They have him cornered. He has an AR-15 in hand. And then I look it up, and then every other station says that too. Fugitive Austin Drummond cornered, spotted. But I don't know what they're talking about. I don't see any of that. I can tell you I see a new clip of hold on, let me take a look and see if that's him. I see them talking about major twist in Manhunt, but guys, I don't see where they say that. Now, if the mods right here, let's take a look real quick. If you guys, I know you guys are dying to get breaking news, and I really want breaking news too, folks, but let me do this real quick. Let me show you. Right, every person has that. I'm just coming here real quick. Clutch some pearls. There's a guy out there walking around with the backpack. Is that him? Is this new? 8/3/2025. That was yesterday. Is this the sighting of Austin Drummond?
Was your friend or whatever?
Is
Call
that
it
him,
in.
guys?
Call it in. You can get $32,000. I know it's not a lot to a lot of y'all drug dealers.
But you see that? There it is. What Dolly's, and I love Dolly Vision. I watch Dolly Vision, but Dolly Vision says they have Austin Drummond confirmed with an AR in his hand. Does anybody look like they're SWAT teaming after him? Now I do see him holding a GUN and walking around. Is that him? Now that was from yesterday, guys. This footage is from yesterday. He can be long gone. So him being cornered with an AR in his hand, I don't know. Do you see that? I don't.
But it's something. It's something, right?
See?
And it keeps you out of prison.
See, look, there it is. There's the video real quick. I'll show you the video here. Somebody says they spotted him, and it's all right there. Right.
Anybody right now, they're going to call. Probably even because they don't want to go to jail.
All right, I'm just going to lower it so you can see the video of it. That is the breaking news, folks, that you're seeing is that video right there of him being cornered with a GUN. That's it right there. Look, but that was from yesterday, folks. You look at the time, 8/3 at night. There he is. That was a freaking day ago. You tell me that he's cornered. Look, there's another. There it is, walking through the yard with a GUN. But that was yesterday, so I don't see any breaking news as much as I'd like to. That was a whole day ago. It's not even. Is it even dark over there yet? There's a good possibility that is the spotted sighting of Austin Drummond. You see him go around the wall like that. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is that is what we're looking at. That is breaking news. All right. Earlier today, he had someone swatted, had named Jimmy swatted. All right. So, I mean, look at that. You see a guy in the backyard. Let's take a look at that. You can see the GUN. I don't see anybody surrounding him. And we don't even know if that's him. It could be, but that was yesterday. Where is he now? Was that him there? He's dressed in army clothes, trying to get in, holding a possible AR. All right, Jay, the reward is $27.50. Confirmed. Don't believe Justin. Yeah, I know. That's what everybody says that, though. It's not just him. Let me show you guys. That's why I was watching the ones I was watching, because there was actually no breaking news. And I'm not trying to shame anybody's channel. I just want you to see that there's no breaking news, folks. Austin Drummond cornered, AR-15 in hand. Breaking. They have him cornered. 6 hours worth of stream. Another one. Breaking news. They have a cornered AR-15. Nothing's happened. It hasn't started yet. That was Justin's. Nothing else, folks. I assure you, if he were caught, I would have jumped on that right away. All right, let's finish what we're doing here. And then we'll let you guys go chase down those breaking newses the rest of the night, wherever you want. After we watch this and give away a Foxy box, okay? Thank you.
If you haven't checked out my previous video, be sure to check that out. Remember her baby daddy, who I talked about before, he came forward and he said that he's the one who, kind of revealed the inappropriate relationship that she was having with Austin when she was a correctional guard. Many people have been saying, what is the relationship that he has with Karen Swift? Because a lot of his comments, people are saying stuff about Karen Swift. If you see here this post, it says, what does Caitlin Speed messing around with Austin and taking stuff into the prison have to do with Karen Swift? You're an irrelevant dude that just wants attention any way that you can get it. And then someone replied to him just 3 days ago and said, hope you're okay. And now someone recently made a post, and this is why I want you guys to pay attention.
Now, that's a good question. And that's why I wanted you guys to see the connections, because that's wild that he was in prison and one of the guards was messing with him in prison. What? I do think that he's probably still in Tennessee, guys, although there's a possibility he could have dipped out by then. He could have dipped out by now. So that's why we're listening and watching this. I'm never saying anything That's not me, Little Red. We never, yeah. And also in the chat, we don't want to talk about other creators. I admire these other creators for what they do. I just wanted someone that came in and said, go to Dolly's channel. There's breaking news. I don't want everyone to leave my channel to go to Dolly's for not breaking news that hasn't started yet. So I just wanted to show you. But here on Guilty of Crime, we don't talk bad about other channels, whether we like them or not. Bye, KSS. Good to see you. We're almost done, and then we're gonna do a giveaway. All right. Let's see what we want to know now, the connections. And then we'll have you guys win a Foxy Box.
What they said was, wait a minute, Karen Swift was killed in 2011, and this kid, Austin, would have been 15. What if he was the one that unalived her? Maybe the two dropping the baby off spoiled his getaway plan, take what he wanted, unalive them all, disappear, only the baby, that the mom and grandma dropped off, alerted the family. What if they were hoping someone would find them before he was able to? So this is what people are speculating, that Austin could have potentially been involved with Karen Smith. She is, and if you see, there's various news articles here. I'm not going to do a deep dive into that, but I'm just pointing this out. Now it says, what happened to Karen Swift? The details of her mysterious disappearance. Karen Swift was a 44-year-old woman who went missing the morning after a Halloween party and was found, unfortunately, deceased.
Are they trying to tie him into that? And what's up? Hey, got change. How you doing? All right. Yeah, this been going on all day though. I agree. I've been watching it all day and trying to catch up for you guys. All right. Maybe they're trying to connect him to another one. You've got your arm around me in the picture. Keep your arms around me, Daddy. I love and miss you more than I could ever explain. I've never endured pain like this. You were my best friend. We argued more. That's only because you made over. We've drank and laughed. All right. So Cade Butler and Kevin Lynn Butler obituary. What is this? I don't know what the connection is to this though. I'm not really sure. I don't know if I missed something or not, guys. Hold on. This is the last guy that's arrested. I'm not sure why they tied that in, to be honest. Maybe you guys know in chat. All right. Third arrest, TBI has confirmed, linked to the quadruple homicide. Again, those are the people that are arrested. Okay. These 4 individuals, they say 4. Was there a 4th one today? Yeah. Say a prayer for the family that they get the justice and that little girl, all right? And the justice that needs to come are for these young people. They're all young, guys, all very young. All right, let's finish this one off. Let me move this and put that back on. All right, the third guy in the connection. I know it gets confusing, but that's why I wanted to go over this. Man, this is a 300 pounds, 5'8" guy. They're all around the same age, though.
Powell, he did the live after his home was raided. If you didn't check out my last video, check it out. Now he has.
All right, let me just say that because I wanted to connect it. Jay, the victim, Courtney's sister, Katie, worked as a correction officer at the prison and had a relationship supposedly for. Okay. All right. So that's what they're talking about with the girlfriend. There's a lot of speculation going on and a lot of connections to be had. And I appreciate it being connected. All right. Third guy, guys. And then we're going to give away a Foxy Box.
According to ABC News, an article that they just released on their website, okay, they said as the search continued on Monday for a 28-year-old man suspected in the homicides of 4 people in Tennessee, 2 additional individuals have been arrested on charges linked to the unaliven, authorities said. Dyer County, Tennessee.
We love you.
District Attorney Danny Goodman, who of course was also the district attorney in Karen Swift case, because that's all tied back to Tennessee, okay, said that Brandon Powell was the latest suspects arrested. So Miss Sanders, which I talked about her earlier, and Brandon Powell was the latest suspect arrested. Now, keep in mind, I looked on TBI. TBI has not officially said this, but ABC News have said that they were informed that he is charged. Drop your comments below and let me know what are your thoughts about this. As always,
and don't forget, go subscribe to Shanitra Speaks. Let me put this up one more time, guys, and we're going to give a Foxy box away. This is what we all know today and what I'm tying together. If you never heard about this case or you just been seeing bits and pieces fly everywhere, I'm going to tell you right now what's happening. Austin Drummond wanted, manhunt, armed and dangerous, guys. He was spotted. We're not 100% confirmed. All right. So major police activity and updates. Now, you guys want to know the connection? That's the baby's father right there. We've got father James Matthew Wilson. Okay. James Matthew Wilson was the 7-month-old child's dad. Adriana Williams, 20 years old. That was James' girlfriend and baby's mom. Courtney Rose is the mother of, I think, Adriana Williams. And then we've got Braden Williams, who is Adriana's brother and 7-month-old baby Lucky's uncle. They're all connected. All right. Wilson and Williams' infant daughter was found abandoned 40 miles away. So 2 people on the left are the parents. Courtney Rose is the parent of, I think, Adriana. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then Braden is Adriana's brother. All family members, right? And there's where the bodies were found. There's where the baby was abandoned. Now, this is the new connection in the case here. We've got these people now arrested, 4 individuals connected to the quadruple homicide, Tanaka Brown, tampering with evidence, and accessory after the fact, first degree. Giovante Thomas, almost the same exact charges, first degree accessory. Daria, accessory, first degree. And Brandon Powell, possession of Schedule 1 and criminal conspiracy. All right. So there you go. There's everything tied into one. No, he's not backed in a corner. No, we don't know where he is. Nothing's been confirmed. It's now $30,000 for the reward to capture him. All right. And Indy just became a member again. So you can, in fact, win the Foxy Box. Thank you. And everybody that gifted memberships or donated to the channel. Yep. Parents, grandmother, and uncle. All right. And then back to the victims. We need justice for those victims. And that is the guy that will tie everything together. And I hope somebody starts talking. All right. I haven't heard anything about any pregnant mom or girlfriend be arrested. We don't know where everyone's at this time, but we will keep you posted on this case. It's been in my head for days following this, and I was like, I cannot wait to get back here and report to you properly. So thank you guys. All right, Carolina Hurtado, good to see you. Smash that like button, drop a comment. Now's your opportunity because we're going to give away the Foxy Box. Okay, so do that now. I'm going to drop this down, and that's what we're doing. We're going to give away. And you guys, I've gotten emails from all of you guys, and I'm so happy that you guys like the Foxy Boxes so much. I'm getting a lot of people that are sending just really nice letters about that and pictures and etc. So good luck to you guys. I love you. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I am tired because, after you get back from a vacay, you sleep late, you stay up late. You know what I'm saying? And I was back at work my first day today after being off for the last 7 to 10 days. Even though I did work my job on my laptop from Napa. But anyway, still, drum roll, please. Darlene, happy belated birthday, Jay. Happy birthday to all the Leos and Virgos this month. If it is your birthday, cross your fingers and hope that you win a Foxy Box. All right, I didn't pay much attention. I knew when you were back, we'd see. It was swirling in my head, guys. I couldn't. I was like, I need to get over here to talk to them. All right, one of y'all is going to win a Foxy Box. Let's go. All right, every time I do that, it's like, log in, bish. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to count down to 10. Let's go. All right, you got to be in the United States in order for us to pay the shipping, and you got to be a member. Yeah, this episode's not going to be monetized, and your girl Tiff is not going to win because isn't that you, Tiff? Isn't that my mod Tiff? She keeps changing her name. Her and Synth. Jay, what kind of work do you do? All right. You know, I'm already transparent. I am the COO of a mechanical engineering company here in the Bay Area. All right. Okay, so we're gonna redo that because Tiff is the mod and she's not gonna win because, well, she's a mod and she has access to all this stuff. So let's go back and do this again. All right, let's load these comments. She's got a lot. I don't know. I didn't even see you commenting the whole time and then you won. How'd that happen? All right, next. And next. All right. Yep. All right. Who's Clementine? Is Clementine a member? I can never tell because people go back and forth. Perfect. And okay. Oh. All right. Where is Clementine? Did she leave? And is she in green? Okay. So she is. That's awesome. Clementine, Tiff, you're always a winner in my heart. Clementine, even though Clementine lurks in the background, it only says things when she has to. She is here. I know you're here. You're just always in the background. She is green. She is here. And she needs to email guiltyofprizes@gmail.com. If you email guiltyofprizes@gmail.com, you will win a Foxy Box. Congratulations. There it is. Guiltyofprizes@gmail.com. All right, guys, tomorrow and all week long, I promise you guys are going to want to be here. We've got case suggestions from the crime crew. All right, lots of good case suggestions and sad cases. Tomorrow, I'm covering a little boy that was heavily abused and then fed to the pigs. Guys, trigger warning, there's a lot of abuse in it. There's a lot of pictures, a lot of things. This little boy, I don't know exactly what his age was because I don't have it right here in front of me, but we did all the research and all the things. Adrian Jones beat so severely and then fed to the pigs. You guys need to see the monsters that did this and what happened and what's next, right? Then Wednesday, we're going to be doing vigilante justice. A father takes the life of his teenage daughter's rapist, all right? And we're going to see, is the judge going to go easy on him? What's going to happen in that case? The documents were just released. All right. And so we're going to get documents out. We're going to talk about vigilante justice from a man that was protecting his teenage daughter and what happens and what could happen. So we got lots and lots of new case suggestion and cases that we're covering this week. Now, if anything comes to breaking news or any, the suspect, this Austin Drummond is found, I'm going to let you know. Otherwise, be here 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and get all new cases and updates this week. Vigilante justice. I've been waiting to cover that. Jay, did you hear about the mass shooting? Of course. I've been watching so many different cases. Now I just got to cover them. All right, we don't know if that's him. We don't know if that's him or not. That was from yesterday. He could be long gone. Carolina Hurtado, happy to see you. Happy to see all you guys. Love you guys. Come back tomorrow. Hit that like button, share, and I'll see you guys later. It's dinner time, my friends. I'm out. Thank you.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?